Scorpios, it's Nick. This is your weekly reading for all my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. We're going to go over a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships. And I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards as a continuation and a part 2. And happy birthday, guys. Let me know in the comments if it's your birthday soon or if it's happening this week. I'm wishing you all good wishes and happy birthday. Hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so this week what's going on in the sky? Well, we do have Halloween, so happy Halloween if you celebrate. We're entering November as well, so we're ending October and going into a new month. And on November 2nd, we have Vesta, an asteroid in Cancer, retrograding. Vesta is like the keeper and representing devotion, so we're going to revisit past things that we were devoted to or that maybe we want to be more devoted to, maybe regarding home, family, private matters, things that we don't really share or show to the world. And then on November 4th, we have Saturn in Pisces going direct. So now moving forward, we'll be able to really see the reality, see the truth behind maybe our emotions, creativity, imagination, our dreams, and what we need to do, what not to do to actually make it happen, make it a reality. Okay? All right, so let's get straight to your reading, guys. And I did already pre-shuffle just to save time. So let's see, Scorpio. So when it comes to your health for this week, I feel like for you guys, you're sticking to tradition. You're keeping things original. You're keeping things traditional this week, or you're just kind of making things more simple and basic instead of trying to like do it yourself and think that, maybe it'll turn out great. You're like, you know what? Nah, let me just stick to what's traditional, what works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, for example, maybe you were thinking of making your own Halloween costume. You're like, ooh, I'm gonna sew and stitch it up and like do a little DIY. And then you come to think about it, you're like, you know what? Who am I kidding? I don't even know how to sew. I don't even know how to knit. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, let me just go buy a costume, or let me just do something simple instead of like trying to like go above and beyond and really I don't even know what I'm doing. So or like you're trying to cook a recipe, instead of like you trying to make it all extravagant, you're just gonna stick to what you know, what's familiar, or go by the books instead of trying to like wing it and then have it be a disaster. Okay, so you're sticking to what works, keeping it traditional, keeping it simple, easy. Not saying that you can't be creative and have fun, but I feel like for this week you may like not do it. Or you'll just decide, you know what, let me just go buy it instead of trying to make it, just to save time or, save the headache, the hassles, instead of trying to go above and beyond and make it all cool and fancy. Let me just stick to what I've always done, or stick by the family recipe, or use what I used last year. So it's not like you don't have it in you, but maybe you don't have the time, or you just want to save energy. You don't want to have to like spend more time or have to make up for things if you make a mistake. Okay, so just sticking to traditions. And maybe as far as like food, things that you eat, drink, use, you're like, I'm just gonna stick, instead of like trying to like, ooh, this sounds cool, maybe I could try this and replace it for this, or try a different brand. You're like, you know what, let me not risk it because it might ruin everything, and then I'm to come back, return it, get another one, they may not have it, and it's gonna be this whole thing. Let me not do that. Okay, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, in this area of life, I feel like there's something that you were thinking about leaving, or something was going to end, or you were going to leave or walk away from or let go of, but you're kind of not dragging it out, but it's maybe you're going to leave a little bit later than you thought. Like if you were going to leave a job, and you were expecting to quit this week, you're like, you know what, something happens and you're extending it for like the week after. Or if you were gonna leave work early, you're actually gonna stay a little bit later, maybe just to get things done, or for what's it called, extra bonus pay or whatever, or what's the term? Oh my gosh, I can't think. You guys know what I'm talking about. Just like extra hours, extra pay. Like, you know what, F it, I need the money, or like, why not? I don't have anything to do, so I may stay longer than expected. Even though I had plans to leave, even though I had plans to like, do something else, you may end up actually staying, or extending the amount of time you have to put into something. Okay. Also, if you were thinking of like letting go of an idea, a creativity, a project, an opportunity, you may actually think about it a little bit longer. You're like, you know what? Before I actually give a response, before I actually say yes, no, or confirm, let me wait a little bit, or let me give it a little more time. So you may still end up leaving, or you may end up still saying no, or whatever, but you may kind of think about it a little bit longer or wait to give a response. Okay? All right. And yeah, do expect, like say maybe at work, they may ask you to stay longer, or they may say, oh, you know what, can you actually come in at this time as well? Or can you come in a little bit tomorrow? I know it's not in your schedule, but we need help. Or, you know, can you stay a little bit longer? You may get asked that and you're probably like, I don't want to, but okay, fine. Like I don't have anything to do, or you may end up doing it anyways. Okay, all right, and then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, on your side, we got here the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you may have Earth in your chart, like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We got the Eight of Swords, Nine of Cups, and Strength. So as far as who you could be dealing with, it could definitely be a Leo, maybe another water sign like Pisces, or maybe air sign as well, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. But doesn't have to be, could be any other sign. Like I always say to you guys, could just be the energy this person is embodying, playing out, or maybe be like a mixed match of one of those. So what's going on here? I feel like this person, whoever this is overcoming like a fear this week, and actually feeling, maybe having more confidence with you and around you, like maybe talking to you, being around you, hanging out with you. Maybe they were dealing with some health issues, whether it's physical or maybe mental. Maybe they were sick, maybe they were feeling nervous or intimidated by you, or like didn't know what to say, or maybe they were waiting for the right time to say something or to speak up, or talk to you or reach out to you. Whatever the case is, they were kind of feeling shy, stuck, or nervous, or maybe not feeling well, like physically sick. But this week, it's like they're kind of getting out of that fear, or getting out of that slump, and feeling better, starting to feel more satisfied, better vibes, and they start to maybe show and come off more confident as far as like where they are with you, or like the connection, the relationship. And this doesn't have to be romantic, guys. It could be a friend, coworker, family member, anyone, but maybe like a romantic partner. So if they were kind of like being weird, or they were dealing with things, stressing, this is the week they get out of it, and now you see things progressing. So this could have been a new relationship, or maybe you guys were supposed to go somewhere and they had to cancel, or you were supposed to do something but they couldn't make it or something. You were like, I started making you have doubts, and you're like, I'm not sure about this person, or like, I don't know, like this is weird, I'm not. You were starting to like be skeptical maybe, or like have trust issues possibly, and maybe you thought they were like lying or like up to something. But by the end of the week, you're like, okay, all right, I see some changes, like things are going to start to progress, move in the right direction, and you start to see just better energy, better vibes, better actions from this person. So if you are with someone, or maybe you were starting to talk to someone or date someone, give it a chance. Don't be so quick to cut them off or stop talking to them, because they may, like maybe at the moment you guys started talking, or at that time or last week, they were kind of going through something, and so they were not maybe acting like themselves, or they were kind of like, their energy was kind of off. And you know, sometimes people go through things, and we may be kind of maybe judging too harshly, or you know, being too quick to cut someone off when maybe they were just having an off week. Okay, so this week I think you get out of that like doubt or indecision, and things start to progress. You start to see realistically, practically in front of your eyes, and their actions, like, okay, all right, I see this going a little bit better. Okay, I was like kind of skeptical at first, like I wasn't sure, I thought this person was giving me red flags or something, but it's okay, I understand they were sick, or they were going through something, or they were nervous, shy, whatever the case is, but now they're starting to feel more comfortable, have more confidence, and you can see them overcoming like that fear, or like being anxious or shy or nervous, and now they're able to kind of express themselves more. And like, it's kind of like, you know, when you guys would understand that, how like you act different around people you know versus people you don't know. Like with strangers, you're kind of like you may not be as like open and fun and yourself, but once you get to know someone and like this is your friend or someone you like, you show them different versions of you that you don't show to other people, right? So sometimes you have to give people a little bit of time to open up, and I think now this person's going to start to open up and you're like, oh, okay, this is who I was trying to get to know. Like this is what the vibe I wanted. The other stuff, like I don't know what was going on, it's weird. Okay, all right, so let's continue on in the extended reading to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, followed up with your advice at the end. Okay, all right, so let's continue on in the extended. Link will be below. I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading. All right, take care and happy birthday. Bye.